The global healthy food market is worth almost $1 trillion. But here's the paradox. In the last 50 years, obesity has tripled. How does that even make sense? Why isn't eating right saving us, but only making corporations richer? Let's break it down and see how we're being tricked into buying stuff we probably don't even need. Hippocrates never actually said, "You are what you eat," but he did study how food affects health. Too bad he didn't sell diet books and supplements. Otherwise, he might have made some real money. Fast forward to the 19th century, and here comes William Banting. This guy wrote Letter on Corpulence and was the first to cash in on low-carb diets. His method promised 40 pounds off in 2 months, which back then sounded like straight-up witchcraft. He demonized pasta, sugar, and everything delicious. And what's hilarious? His ideas are still alive in modern diets. But the real game changer? When corporations got involved. The 1950s changed everything. Women weren't just homemakers anymore. They had jobs now. So, who's cooking dinner? The food industry had an answer. Processed food. Fast, easy, and modern. Lay's raked in $100 million. Maxwell House made instant coffee, America's favorite addiction. Spam? They told you to put it in literally everything. At the same time, fats became the villain. Scientists and the media went after animal fats and cholesterol, blaming them for heart disease. Margarine suddenly became the healthy alternative. Spoiler alert, later we found out trans fats are even worse. Oops. But processed foods didn't just change what people ate, they completely rewired how people thought about food, especially breakfast. Ever heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Yeah, marketing worked. Kellogg's made that up to sell more cereal. Sure, people talked about breakfast before, but they made it a religion. Cornflakes were sold as a light and healthy meal, no cooking required. It worked. Cereal became the ultimate morning ritual. Meanwhile, the orange industry had a problem: too many oranges. Solution? Sell orange juice as a vitamin-packed must-have for breakfast. In reality, most juices are just liquid sugar, not much different from soda. But wait, why was breakfast the main target for all these companies? Because breakfast is a goldmine. People are creatures of habit. Once you start your day with cereal, you're likely to do it for years. That's a lifetime customer right there. Mornings are rushed. The faster and easier the meal, the more likely people are to buy it over and over again. Bottom line, breakfast is the most profitable meal of the day. But breakfast was just the beginning. In the 1960s, California hippies made natural food cool. Vegetarianism wasn't just a diet, it was a philosophy. Farmers' markets, organic produce, anti-industrial food, all of that took off and never went away. Danone jumped on the trend, marketing yogurt as a secret to long life, referencing the long-living people of the Caucasus region. They never said it outright, but the implication was clear. Coca-Cola, they rebranded themselves as part of a healthy, active lifestyle, featuring athletes and happy, fit young people in their ads. Genius. Meanwhile, diet pills exploded. Eat whatever you want and still lose weight. In reality, your wallet got slimmer, while pharmaceutical companies got richer. Even the USSR caught on. But instead of miracle diets, they preached balanced nutrition and physical activity as the key to being fit. Pretty different from the Western approach, huh? This was when the health food movement really took off. Now, food wasn't just food. It was your ticket to being thin, energetic, and living forever. Against this backdrop, the old idea of the perfect breakfast made a comeback, but this time wrapped in a shiny new, natural package. Then came granola, marketed as the ultimate healthy breakfast. Oats, nuts, dried fruit. It sounds great, right? But here's what really happened. In the 1950s, TV ads started pushing it, and by 1960, breakfast sales hit $256 million, owning 40% of the market. They added fruit and nuts to make granola even more appealing. By the 2000s, the granola market was worth $5 billion. Tiny problem. Some granolas have more sugar than chocolate cereals. It's basically baked oats glued together with syrup. So yeah, granola isn't your enemy, but it's not some magic health food either. In the 80s, 90s, America went to war with fat. Anything with even a trace of oil became public enemy number one. Food companies adapted instantly. Suddenly, shelves were filled with low-fat yogurt, cookies, and sauces. The catch? When you remove fat, food tastes like cardboard, so they replaced it with sugar, starch, and chemicals. People thought they were eating healthy, but they were just getting fatter. Meanwhile, restaurants evolved too. Enter fast casual dining. Chipotle, Panera Bread, and others pushed the idea that fast food can be natural. And guess what? It worked. Then came diet soda, sweet, 0 calories, guilt-free. Except, studies show artificial sweeteners might make you crave even more food, but hey, Diet Coke sounds like the right choice, doesn't it? End result? Obesity rates kept climbing. By the 2000s, food turned into a full-blown religion. Gluten-free, no sugar, non-GMO, clean eating. Food wasn't just food anymore, it was a lifestyle. Want to be healthy? Pay more. Meanwhile, sports nutrition went mainstream. Protein bars became healthy snacks and meal replacements. The reality? Most protein bars are just candy bars with extra protein. Look at the label: syrups, sugar, oils, plus a little protein. Sure, it's got more protein than a Snickers, but it's still loaded with calories. And then the health food industry leveled up. Enter superfoods, the miracle foods that supposedly keep you young, cure diseases, and turbocharge your metabolism. But let's be real. Can you actually not live a healthy life without spirulina and goji berries? Or is this just another beautifully packaged marketing fantasy? Fun fact, the term superfood isn't new. It dates back to World War I, when United Fruit Company hyped up bananas as the ultimate superfood because they were cheap and easy to eat. Fast forward to today, and superfoods have turned into some kind of mystical, exotic elixir. It's like food companies mixed up nutrition with witchcraft. Marketers love to sell these foods as ancient secrets of longevity, Aztec wisdom, Tibetan monk recipes. But in reality, spirulina wasn't used because of its superpowers. It was just cheap and available. And it works. 80% of consumers actively choose healthy foods. But the real value of superfoods isn't their nutrients, it's the markup. Prices can be 5, 10, even 30 times higher than regular foods. Goji berries? They cost 5 to 10 times more than blackcurrants or sea buckthorn, even though their vitamin content is almost identical. And guess who funds most of the research on superfoods? Yep, the companies selling them. In 2012, Monavi, a brand that sold $40 bottles of acai juice, sponsored studies about its anti-aging effects. Later, independent experts debunked those claims. No wonder the EU has banned the word superfood on packaging since 2007, unless it's backed by actual science. The kicker? Most superfoods have no real advantage over a well-balanced diet. A 2015 study found that 90% of them don't provide any unique benefits. So no, superfoods aren't a total scam, but their health benefits are hugely exaggerated. They're basically just regular foods with fancy branding and a gold-plated price tag. At the end of the day, real health isn't about exotic ingredients. It's about balance and variety. If superfoods promise health, detox programs sell fear. The pitch? Your body is full of toxins that need to be flushed out. Here's the truth. Your liver and kidneys already do that just fine. But people have been convinced that without detox smoothies, charcoal lemonades, and cleansing teas, their body will somehow crash and burn. And it's big business. Multi-billion-dollar business. Celebs push their own detox brands, supplement companies churn out overpriced cleanses, and the science doesn't exist. But hey, if you feel lighter, it must be working, right? And if not, then the problem must be you, or the food. And just like that, new health villains start to appear. First, gluten. Is it really public enemy number one? For 1% of people with celiac disease, yes, gluten is actually dangerous. A small percentage of others might have some sensitivity. But for the rest of us, there's zero reason to pay extra for gluten-free versions of everything. Same story with lactose. 65% of adults struggle to digest it, but if you're not one of them, there's literally nothing wrong with milk. So unless you've got a legit medical reason, cutting out gluten and lactose is just giving in to overpriced trends. But myths sell, so this one isn't going anywhere. Okay, but what if you just want something natural? Enter organic and farm-fresh foods, pesticide-free, hormone-free, all-natural goodness. People pay 2 to 3 times more for that organic label. But is it actually worth it? In many cases, organic food is just a marketing play. Loopholes in regulations let companies slap the word organic on packaging, even when their farming methods aren't that different from regular ones. And is organic food healthier? Studies show it might have slightly more antioxidants and slightly fewer pesticide residues. But the difference is so tiny that it doesn't really impact the average person's health. The organic industry is a $150+ billion business, and marketing is its lifeblood. That premium you're paying? It's mostly for the idea of naturalness. Bottom line, non-organic carrot isn't any less healthy just because it doesn't have a fancy sticker on it. But if just selling healthy food isn't enough, there's an even more ambitious strategy. Trendy diets have become the new religion. Only instead of eternal salvation, they promise you a six-pack and a perfect BMI. It's always the same formula. Big claims, passionate followers, and profits. Celebs, influencers, and diet gurus who rake in millions selling books, courses, and special products. Every year, 1,500 diet books hit the shelves. The weight loss industry is worth $35 billion, and 15% of Americans have tried at least one trendy diet. Take the Dukan diet. Sounds perfect. Cut carbs, eat protein, never feel hungry. Except, in reality, it messes up your kidneys, starves your gut of fiber, and wrecks your digestion. In 2011, French health authorities labeled it dangerous. But the business model? Brilliant. Books, coaching, exclusive food products, it made millions. Because let's be honest, a boring, balanced diet doesn't sell. A revolutionary new method? Now that gets attention. And the kicker? These diets work, at first, but mostly because you're losing water weight, not fat. Then you go back to normal eating, gain the weight back, feel like a failure, and jump on the next trendy diet. Rinse and repeat, and the industry keeps cashing in. The truth? There's no magic diet, just basic nutrition principles that work, but don't make for flashy headlines. And while some people are chasing weight loss, others decide to go in the complete opposite direction. Then we have body positivity. Originally, it was about self-respect and rejecting toxic beauty standards. But somewhere along the way, it took a weird turn. Now, in some circles, it's become an all-out rejection of any discussion about health. Fitness, caloric deficit? Nah, that's just toxic diet culture. Even though science is crystal clear, excess weight increases risks for heart disease, joint problems, and blood sugar issues. And of course, brands have jumped on the trend. Influencers make millions selling body positivity courses, because apparently self-love comes with a price tag. Fast food companies run body positivity campaigns, while their products contribute to rising obesity rates. It's a perfect cycle. Create a health problem, make money selling the solution. Sell an ideology that says the problem doesn't actually need fixing. At its core, body positivity was a great idea. But now, it's just another marketing tool. Self-acceptance is important, but should it come at the cost of denying reality? The whole healthy lifestyle thing? Yeah, it's not just a market anymore, it's a trillion-dollar beast. In 2024, the industry was worth $6.3 trillion, and by 2028, it could hit $9 trillion. That's trillion with a T. The demand for healthy stuff is exploding. Organic foods, superfoods, fake meat, gluten-free everything. People are downloading fitness apps like Craze, strapping on smartwatches, and subscribing to meal plans that promise the body of a Greek god. The market has officially turned healthy living into a never-ending spending spree. And guess what? People are happy to drop extra cash on things that feel good for them. And businesses? Oh, they love that. Now, in theory, caring about your health is great, but wellness stopped being just about health a long time ago. Now it's an industry, a fashion statement, and for some, a full-blown religion. We like to think we're making smart, informed choices, but in reality, the trends are being cooked up by the people who make money off them. Big brands, business moguls, and even politicians. Processed foods, superfoods, breakfast cereals, lactose-free milk, organic produce, most of it isn't about making you healthier. It's about marketing. The number one goal of these brands? To make sure you keep spending money without feeling guilty because, hey, it's healthy. And if it happens to taste good or be super convenient, even better. You'll be back for more. And just like that, wellness has turned into a never-ending competition. More workouts, cleaner food, more steps, fewer calories. But if you're out here only eating clean food, tracking every gram of protein, and feeling like a failure for missing a workout, at some point, is it even about health anymore? So here's the real question. Are you actually living, or just following a checklist? A healthy lifestyle isn't a crusade against sugar. It's balance. It's mindfulness. It's actually enjoying life. If the latest superfood or diet trend is making you miserable, maybe, just maybe, something's gone a little too far. I'm not here to tell you what to eat or how to live, but just remember, trends don't just magically appear. Somebody, somewhere, is making money off them. Now, does that mean everything's a giant scam, like a $2,700 vacuum that's too good for store shelves? No. But should you blindly believe every ad you see? Absolutely not.